These are the VRS Direct Force Pro pedals. So it's a high-end product, stainless steel construction with an industrial aesthetic. Very, very adjustable. All three pedals, the pedal faces in terms of height, depth, angle are fully adjustable, and overall pedal angle is also adjustable. Now, if we look at the throttle pedal first, we have quite a unique design here. So we have a rodless spring, which doesn't quite look right to the eye, but functionally performs extremely well. Absolutely no friction whatsoever, so really nice smooth response. And we have a lot of adjustability here in terms of initial starting force, preload, and also overall force and pedal travel. So if we move on to the brake, we have similar levels of adjustability, a very high-end, heavy-duty construction. We have the blue spring on here at the moment, which tolerates a 65 kilogram maximum force. Also supplied is the optional red spring, which doubles that to 130 kilograms. These are linear springs, which is not normally how a real-life brake pedal feels. So we have this very clever mechanism on the back here, which basically turns that into a progressive, more realistic feeling, which gives you quite a decent bit of travel for low-level trail braking, and then more of a ramp up when you're really braking much harder. And we have this tie rod at the top, which is fully adjustable, along with preload, so you can really fine-tune that exact force shape to your preference. On the clutch, we have a similar level of adjustability in terms of pedal face and also the shape of the curve. So we try to emulate a clutch plate, which is stiff initially and then flattens out as the clutch gives way. So that's emulated here with a small amount of adjustability, including overall travel as well. So we're very happy with this product, and we hope you are too.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
If you're looking to get serious in sim racing, one of the first things to do is upgrade your wheelbase and pedals. The powerful force feedback in our direct drive wheelbase makes a huge difference, and our highly adjustable precision pedals will give you the consistency you need to improve. So you'll not only get the best value for your money, but you'll also benefit from our quick, local shipping from Australia and save even more. Our transparent pricing has GST included, so there's no nasty surprises at checkout or further customs delays and charges. And if you're near Melbourne, you can simply pick up your hardware from our showroom and get a free product walkthrough from one of our VRS coaches. We offer excellent customer service after the sale, and our hardware is made of the highest quality components. To get yours today, just go to the URL on the screen or click on the button below. But hurry, stock is always limited due to high demand. So if you want to get faster, sooner, VRS is your answer.
Side gunning for a goal, 3 wide deep, heart ice cold. I roll smoke like a tire on fire, fuel in the blood, born to go higher. Check that push right, walls close in, every move tight, plan for the win. Left turn king with the heat train time, when the lights go green, we light the sky. Let's light it up. Let's light it up.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Infinity Broadcasting, and welcome into the iRacing World Challenge presents the Rod Knock Cup this evening out at Watkins Glen for the 30 laps of the Glen this evening for round 4 of season 1. I'm your commentator tonight, Hamish Munro, bringing you all the action through sight and sound by way of the Infinity Broadcasting channels. We just wanted to quickly ask you, if you are joining us for the first time, if you're over on Twitch, be sure to hit the follow button, and if you're on YouTube, hit the like button, and subscribe, the bell icon as well, so you're notified whenever we go racing here with more IRWC action. Let's have a quick look at our circuit here tonight. I have a little bit of a preview for you by way of the Google Earth Tracks maps. Thanks to Jay Kennedy over at SimSpeed TV for providing me with these images. As we trickle our way on down in towards sort of just northwest of New York State, we find ourselves right here in the Glen. Watkins Glen, a former street circuit now made into a permanent race course. We will be running the Cup layout this evening of this track, most famously used for the Watkins Glen, or the 6 hours of the Glen, for IMSA, and then of course also for road racing in the NASCAR series as well. This layout's been used ever since 1992. It was originally opened in 1956, though. We are in suburban New York, New York State. We started out on the main straight and head down towards the 90 at turn 1. This is going to be the big first test for these drivers here this evening, as they have to try and contest and wrestle these cars under brakes around that corner. They can run it a little bit wide. Can't run it too wide, though, otherwise they will cop an off-track down there. If you can maximise the run through there, though, you then get up through 2 and 3 and 4 for the S's. This is where you got to try and dance the car as best you can, but it is like trying to dance with a barge. It's a very difficult task for these drivers to really tiptoe these cars up through the S's and keep them nice and clean as well. We'll see how well these drivers do it here tonight. If they get the run through there, though, they then head down towards the bus stop chicane down for what is not listed as 5, 6, 7, 8, but is our 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th corner on the circuit down there. This is going to be a really tough spot for them. Car does not want to turn in, and it's not that nimble. So trying to keep it nimble through this section, that's going to be a real difficulty for them. If they get through there, though, they then head out to the outer loop at turn 5, where, again, you can run it slightly wide on exit. This is where we skip the boot section of the regular Watkins Glen, and we head down straight towards the rest of the Cup circuit. We then head down towards turn 6 as well. This is going to be a bit of a tough corner again, though. Can track extend to the right-hand side? Just have to be careful of off-tracks, but there is some wiggle room for side-by-side action. If you then make it through there, you then get in towards turn 7 to end out the lap and back down the main straight. Drivers going to have to be cautious of that pit entry here tonight on turn 7. Of course, the entry is right on the apex of the 7th turn, and as you kind of come through, and then you've got to set yourself up right on the pit entry, it's a really tough spot. I think keeping these cars in check tonight, keeping the rear end in check as well, that's going to be the big test. That's going to be the big key to surviving the Glen here this evening. 7 turns, though, clockwise direction, 2.45 miles. In the old language, 3.9 kilometres in the current. As well, as I said, this layout's been used since 1992. 33 years we've been using this layout of Watkins Glen, and it has not gotten old any day since. Drivers have been out there for qualifying at this stage. It is Jaden Green on provisional pole position with a 110.61. Kurt Chapman, Jeff Ferguson, Chop Tomlin, David Lawler, the top 5 at the moment. Jack Anderson, Johnny McRow, Drew Halloran, Ash DeVries, Daniel Harding, and Gravy Taskin, just trying to get these lap times in as quickly as possible if they can do so. Well, the big test, I think, tonight, obviously, is surviving the road course, and how much road course racing acumen have you got as a driver? Not all these drivers will have road course experience. The majority of them will, for sure. The majority of them will. Some of them will struggle, though, having to not only turn left but also turn right here this evening around the wonderful Watkins Glen street circuit. Jaden Green, though, setting the pace early, a 110.62 as his fastest lap here in qualifying. Chapman, a full 0.6 of a second slower than his teammate, his debuting teammate at the front end of the field. And then for Jordan, or for Jeff Ferguson, he's got a little bit of pace to find as well. But I think survival is going to be the key tonight, just surviving throughout this race. 30 laps. We'll get by pretty quickly, but cautions could have a big part to play in that as well. We mentioned the starting grid. goddamn road courses from David Lawler in the chat. We love a road course, David, and we love it in some NASCARs as well. It's going to be a fun time here this evening. The starting grid, though, if it will give it to me, it's not, because we're into the warm-up session, so it's lying to me. We have got warm-up session, so we can just quickly check out some of the drivers as they head out on track. Johnny McRow out there just exiting pit lane. Made a team change this past week. He's now moved over to the Nissan outfit to race on board the R34 Skyline Xfinity car. Oh, sorry, ARCA car out on track. Gravy Taskin makes a mistake up through 3 and 4 and already collides with the wall. Ashton Rees out there representing all the white chicks of the world with the white Monster Energy car. The Monster Ultra Zero entry as well. David, want to race road courses in V8 to race supercars? These are basically supercars, David. I mean, a little bit less aero, but they're basically supercars. What's different? I mean, this is a VF Commodore after all. This is not a Chevy SS. Ford Mustang. What's that? It's definitely a Ford Falcon that's out there of Jaden Green at this stage, but. No, we're going to be in for a lot of fun tonight, though. As I said, 30 laps of the Glen is going to be a tough task for these drivers, especially those who have really only got oval experience, i.e. Drew Halloran, who is our US-based driver in the series, and he's mainly got oval experience, so driving on a road course is going to be a tough test for him this evening. He's up at the moment at 6 a.m. in the morning to go racing with us, so not only is he sleep-deprived, he'll be running on empty after that race win last week for the Longhorn 90 at Texas. Kurt Chapman turning right is more fun, and we like turning right. Do we also like turning left? Well, I'll have to find out here this evening throughout this race, Kurt. Best of luck to you in the field as well. Good to see, though, we've got some of the LCR boys out there in the race here this evening, as well as those Project 36 drivers, as we mentioned, and then the separated privateers from Velocity Racing Team, and then of course the other privateers in the field as well, including Gravy Taskin and Drew Halloran. So it'll be a fun time on the road for these drivers, a fun night for them to really get some practice in. Can the Volvo of Jack Anderson finally get a win tonight? Can he do it for the Swedes? Can he do it for IKEA? Can he do it for Swedish Meatballs? Can he do it for Konenzeg? And then Volvo, of course, even for Husseberg. Trying to think of any other Swedish brands. Ashton Rees, that's the first lap in the warm-up session, 1:12.04. Not a bad lap time, actually, from Ash. It's a fairly good time from him. Might pay well in the race if he can pull that out. We will have to wait and see, though. As Anderson has said, trying to do it for Volvo tonight. Can he get the job done? Right on board with him down towards turn 6. We'll just get a feeling for what it's like having to wrestle these cars around this circuit here tonight, of course. But this place mostly known for, well, I mean, it's known for NASCAR racing, but it's also known for sports car racing as well, and how pivotal sports car racing has been around here by way of the Watkins 6 hours of the Glen. So, some of these drivers would have participated in the iRacing special event only a month ago. But they, these are a far bit different than what they would have run, on that fateful June day. And I think that this is going to be a real test, because these cars are literally, a boat trying to traverse the Lake of the Glen here tonight. And we'll have to wait and see how well that pans out for them. Jaden Green's just shown he's got massive pace in this car already. Of course, mostly drives the supercar. Does work away quite often. Via some FIFO work, but does a 1:10.74. So even though he works away quite often, it seems he has not lost much pace in terms of his sim racing acumen. Around about 1.3 seconds faster than the next fastest car here in the warm-up for Ashton Rees. But as Jack Anderson traverses towards the final few corners, we'll see what sort of lap time he's been able to string together across this run here in the warm-up, as it looks to come to an end in just a moment's notice. What sort of time can Ando do if Volvo crosses the line? Oh, it's a 1:13, so it could have been a better lap, but we know he's got some pace. We know he'll look to put the challenge in on the 39. I'll have to wait and see if he can pull it out. Warm-up session is finishing up, though. how well can this man do tonight? The race winner of last week at Texas Motor Speedway, Drew Halloran in the number 3 entry. Do it for Dale. Well, road racing is going to be a tough test for him in only his second round of the season. We'll see how well it pans out for him. They're across the 30 laps. Here, starting grid for tonight's race, Jaden Green will start in the pole position ahead of Kurt Chapman, Jeff Ferguson in behind them. Then we've got Chop Tomlin, David Lawler, Jack Anderson, Johnny McRoe, Drew Halloran, Ash DeVries, Daniel Harding, and then Gravy Taskin at the back of the field. I am just going to do a very quick little SDK update because changing that font means that it's going to die on me. So we'll do a quick little reload. Quick little refresh, and we'll get ready to go here this evening. So it should be a fun night, though, for these drivers, I think. I mean, that's what this series is all about, a bit of fun, getting out there, having a crack, and just having a good old time. Dirt at Bristol, well, there are whispers that if this series continues into next season of the IRWC, that Bristol dirt course could be offered on the calendar quite possibly. We did reveal our Season 3 calendar for the VRS Porsche Cup Series only a day or so ago. In fact, let me check. It was yesterday that we did it. I should remember I posted it. Looks to be a very fun calendar for next season for the VRS Porsche Cup Series. Of course, I mentioned this because the winner of this season of the Rod Knott Cup will receive a free entry into either the VRS Porsche Cup Series or our new Wednesday Premium Series, yet to be decided and announced. Sign-ups will be going ahead, though, very shortly for Season 3 of the Porsche Cups and Season 1 of our Wednesday series as well. But the calendar for next season for the Porsche Cups, it looks tasty. It's 11 rounds. It's specifically 11 rounds for a special reason, which I will mention as I go through the calendar, with 2 drop rounds available to drivers next season. Laguna Seca will start us out for round 1, Homestead Miami, Chicago Road Course, Road America. We'll end out a 4-round US quad header. Then we head into Montreal for Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve at round 5, Alton Park for round 6, Sandvault round 7, Autodromo Internacional Algarve, Portimao for round 8, Imola for round 9. Round 10 it will be taking place on the 22nd of November on the weekend of the Pro Series, both the Gamesman's GT Pro Series and the Logitech G Supercars Pro Series weekend finale at Bathurst. Of course, the Supercars Pro Series Bathurst 1000 happening on the Sunday night, the Gamesman GT Pro Series finale, 3 hours of Bathurst on the Friday night. On that Saturday night, we will be a support category for the weekend running on that Saturday night. That'll be round 10 for Bathurst. It'll be a championship round, hence why we've added double drop rounds or 2 drop rounds next season. And then our finale of Belle Isle will return once again, barring Adelaide, who does not get released. But we traverse around towards the final corner. The pace car will come in. Jaden Green, Kurt Chapman, Project 36 teammates at the front of the field. Who is going to get the jump down towards turn 1 at the twilight hour of Watkins Glen? 30 laps. We are underway. And it's been a ripper start from Chop Tomlin. Kurt Chapman has gone absolutely nowhere there. Jeff Ferguson's done well off the start line. There's already damage to that Volvo of Jack Anderson in towards turn 1 as round goes. Chop Tomlin has to get it going again. If he can, he does get going again, but it's been a great start from Green. Also for Jeff Ferguson, race winner this season. Kurt Chapman's back up now to P3. David Lawler, the other Project 36 car in there as well. Drew Halloran, how well can he do on the road course? He's got the Nissan entry of Johnny McRoe, hot on his heels, down towards the bus stop as they run through for the first time. You can see here, Jaden Green has already gotten out to a ripper start. Ferguson trying to defend against Green's teammates down the main straight here. As they run down towards turn 1 once again. Lap 2 of 30. It was a tough start to this race for Chop Tomlin, who's gotten going again. Gravy Taskin into the wall. He'll have some work to do here. Oh, Anderson, De Vries have made some contact, it seems, down at turn 1, and now both of them without a front end. It seems that McRow may need to lose that front end out of sympathy for them, because they're both going to be down on aero capabilities now at the front end of those cars on them. They've got Halloran just up ahead of them, then Lawler, Chapman and Ferguson battling away for P2 on the road at this stage. Drew Halloran's been off the road. He's struggling through the bus stop tonight. Pierre's right-hand turns could be the detriment for him as De Vries and McRow and Anderson continue their battle here. Down towards turn 7. Anderson runs the wide line. He wants an inside run now on De Vries if he can get it. And here comes Ando up the inside. McRow trying to follow him through as well. Oh, big dooring though. McRow's hard into the wall. Hard into the wall goes McRow, and it's big, big damage. And now has to bring that car through pit lane and get it fixed up. But that there was a clobber and a half from Ash De Vries into the side of Johnny McRow. Gravy Taskin will also get past him when he inevitably stops. Chop Tomlin's already done that job as well. Daniel Harding just trying to chase down these guys here too as well. But Ferguson is the driver feeling the pressure at the moment in towards the bus stop chicane. He's right off the back of him. Let's watch here for the rest of this lap and see how this battle progresses with Chapman and Lawler chasing down the Uzbekistan representative here this evening. Of course, Ferguson, between the last race he was in, which was the race-winning performance out at Martinsville for the Martins Thrill 140. He didn't race last week in Texas for the Longhorn 90. He had to go on a trip and had meetings with prospective sponsors ever since taking that race win. Really, really impressed in that effort out at Martinsville. And he ended up signing on with Super Cheap Auto as the title sponsor of that Toyota entry in partnership with the Holden Racing team, currently being piloted by Kyle Gretsch in the 19 car. So these guys are now in partnership together. And good old Jeff under pressure here from Kurt Chapman, but he's just unable to find a pathway by him just yet here. But this battle looks to heat up even more so. But that Super Cheap entry looking hot, looking sexy, looking ready to assault the rest of this race as we get in towards lap 6 of 30. So 25 laps to go of the Glen. Not long left now. Well, I say not long left, but we're already a couple laps into this thing. This battle between Chop Tomlin and De Vries is just coming to pit lane to get the car fixed up. Chop's now going to be on the back of his teammate Daniel Harding here down towards turn 1. Jack Anderson is really struggling on board that Volvo. With all that heavy damage on the front end of that car, might need a bit of a facelift going forward. See how well he can fix it up. But back to the battle for P2. It's the closest battle we have on track. We'll try and mix it up a little bit as we go along. I have noticed here that Gravy Taskin has had a moment further round. Let's just see here what's happened to the rookie in the Hooters car. It looks to be a last corner drama once again for the Spaniard, and around goes the rear end. And just as slow as ever goes that car. He's now into pit road, but as P2, P3, P4 traverse the final corner, the race leader is just crossing the start-finish line to begin the next lap of this race. It's now 25 to go and 30 laps of the Glen. We've got a 7 or 6.5 second lead over Jeff Ferguson at the moment. Project 36 would love to lock out the podium tonight. Top 3 cars on the road would be a spectacular effort from these gentlemen. Jeff Ferguson wants to get back to winning ways, get back up towards the lead of the championship as well on board that 21 Camry. but he's got work to do if he has a hope in hell of having that happen. Chop Tomlin, Jack Anderson, Daniel Harding now beginning to battle hard. This is all for P7 on the road here, up the inside. Goes Chop Tomlin, gets the outside line for turn 3. What's it going to be for turn 4? He just etches ahead of the nose of the Volvo. Probably saved by the fact that the Volvo doesn't actually have a front end on it at the moment. That probably saved the major contact between them there. So real benefits to the early damage on board that Ovlov of Jack Anderson. And he now just needs to try and put the pressure back on Chop, stay with him, stay hungry and try and sneak this car past. Strategy for tonight is, well, go try and make these tyres last as long as possible. Don't have that many tyre set changes available to you, but it is only 30 laps, and pitting early could be your detriment towards the end of this race as well, as they run in towards turn 6. So, well, turn 7! Oh, it's a big loss. It's a big lose for Ando. Massive tank slapper. Very lucky not to be collected on the way through. That there was as ferocious as it gets, and let's watch it back. As he comes through, it just gets loose right on apex, catches the curb, and he tries to save it. And as it switches back, it's looking full inertia drift right now. He's feeling like Takami from Initial D. And Daniel Harding will be absolutely saying his prayers for that one. He's had a moment of his own post that incident. Let's just see what's happened. It looks to be turn 1 related. So perhaps a spin for Harding on board the Chevy SS of LCR Esports. And yep, caught the curb round she went. So a classic spin there for him. Anderson's in pit road though to get that car fixed up. And David Taskin, gravy train, is just getting assaulted at the moment from the P2, P3 cars of this race, and Chapman has just gone right into the back of him. He's absolutely drilled him that time by. So Gravy's trying to survive here. Chapman wants to get through, but Jeff Ferguson probably been saved by the fact that the Polestar Volvo entry of Jack Anderson has come out of pit lane in between him and P3 on the road, Kurt Chapman. But Chapman will not be happy with the gravy train right now. He'll be hoping that the gravy boat can hit the Glen Iceberg. Oh, but Ferguson has blown up the bus stop. That could be a slowdown. Gonna have to be careful of it if he can. This could be intensity personified if these drivers aren't careful here tonight. Out of 6, down towards 7 they run. Oh, Ando sending him and makes the contact with Fergo. The super cheap auto car off the road, and I have to wonder if that might have been a contract killing. Because for Anderson, well, there were conversations between the Polestar team and Ferguson to get him on board for this race. He denied them to go with super cheap auto. And that there could have been a contract killing. It is a caution. The yellow has been thrown. The entry to pit lane is closed, but these guys have just come in. These guys have come into pit lane. I don't know if they realize that it's closed, but we'll have a quick chat to Jordan Ferguson. Jordan, just quickly here, first of all, I hope you realize you've entered a closed pit entry, so hopefully no penalty comes your way. Secondly, mentioning that I mentioned before that you've had conversations the past week with prospective sponsors after your race win at Martinsville. That's why you weren't here last week at Texas. You signed with Super Cheap Auto, but there were conversations with Polestar to join that team. Do we think that was a contract killing put on by Volvo for Jack Anderson to take you out then?
Quite possibly, yeah. I think they'll. I'm definitely not going to be on Jack's Christmas card list anyway. So,
well,
yeah, we'll have to see maybe about the Polestar situation there.
Well, I'm about to say, it seems that contract killings never cross the Swedes because they'll cross you further, and Super Cheap Auto may not have been the go for you. But we'll see how you run throughout the rest of this race. You made your pit stop now, but plenty of racing left to run. Hopefully the car's not too banged up and you can continue cracking on. Best of luck in the rest of this race.
Thank you muchly, mate. I'll speak to you soon.
No worries, thank you. Might as well, while we're here, have a chat to the driver of the car. I made contact with Chief Ferguson, Mr. Jack Anderson. Mr. Anderson. So,
Mr. Munro.
I've just had a conversation with Mr. Ferguson, and I was mentioning the fact that he was not here last week because he was having conversations with prospective sponsors and eventually signed with Super Cheap Auto, as we've seen. But there were conversations between your team, Volvo, Polestar Racing, and him, and he's obviously not signed with you, and I need to confirm or not, was that a contract killing by Volvo for you to take him out because of the fact that he did not sign with the team and went to the rival outfit of Super Cheap Auto?
No, if anything, he just braked super early, and I just went into the back of him. He said he was serving a slowdown on the racing line, so technically he broke the rules. But
that sounds like a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Put the car in a spot where it could hit him, but don't make it look obvious.
no, not really. I didn't want to damage my car any more than I had already, and I almost just went up Johnny's behind.
Well,
he's going pretty slow on the line at the moment.
Well, I'll quickly ask you before I ask you how your race is going. Thoughts on the fact that we now have a fifth manufacturer in the field in Nissan?
It's good that we're getting more manufacturers, but so far my race isn't going that great, if I'm honest. So.
No, it's not. It's not, unfortunately. I was hoping big things of you. Now, you entered the pit lane last lap whilst it was closed. Has that given you a penalty? Is that why you're back in, or is it just a bit
No,
of fuel?
it says drop to end for the entering of closed pits, whereas I'm just getting some more fuel and a fast repair.
I mean, might as well. They're there to play with, so... Well, hopefully now, I mean, we've got 20 laps to go. We're not even at the halfway point. Still plenty of time for this race to turn around for you, and hopefully it's a race of two halves for you as well.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see what happens.
That's all we can do. Best
Just-
of luck.
Just want to say something before I go, is big ups to Mr. Paul Taskin.
Paul Taskin's biggest fan, Jack Anderson, everybody. Thank you, Jack Oz. Best of luck. What an absolute jokester. Right, now that everyone's back out there and behind the pace car, we're going to take this opportunity just to have a quick little ad break here, because I think we should get at least one more lap under the safety car. We'll be back very, very shortly with more action from the 30 laps of the Glen. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back very soon.
These are the VRS Dark Force Pro pedals. So it's a high-end product, stainless steel construction with an industrial aesthetic. Very, very adjustable. All three pedals, the pedal faces in terms of height, depth, angle are fully adjustable, and overall pedal angle is also adjustable. Now, if we look at the throttle pedal first, we have quite a unique design here. So we have a rodless spring, which doesn't quite look right to the eye, but functionally performs extremely well. Absolutely no friction whatsoever, so a really nice smooth response. And we have a lot of adjustability here in terms of initial starting force, preload, and also overall force and pedal travel. So if we move on to the brake, we have similar levels of adjustability, a very high-end, heavy-duty construction. We have the blue spring on here at the moment, which tolerates a 65 kilogram maximum force. Also supplied is the optional red spring, which doubles that to 130 kilograms. These are linear springs, which is not normally how a real-life brake pedal feels. So we have this very clever mechanism on the back here, which basically turns that into a progressive, more realistic feeling, which gives you quite a decent bit of travel for low-level trail braking, and then more of a ramp up when you're really braking much harder. And we have this tie rod at the top, which is fully adjustable, along with preload, so you can really fine-tune that exact force shape to your preference. On the clutch, we have a similar level of adjustability in terms of pedal face and also the shape of the curve. So we try to emulate a clutch plate, which is stiff initially and then flattens out as the clutch gives way. So that's emulated here with a small amount of adjustability. including overall travel as well. So we're very happy with this product, and we hope you are too.
Welcome back to Watkins Glen, ladies and gentlemen, for the 30 laps of the Glen here at the IRWC Rod Knock Cup, brought to you live on Infinity Broadcasting. If you're watching with us for the first time, or you've been here for a little while and you're watching over on Twitch, be sure to hit the follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon as well, so you're notified whenever we go racing here with you. Next time we'll be on the docket tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Racecraft Simulations V8 Veterans Action for Season 24, Round 4. I think. Let me double check. Yes, round 4 at Portland Raceway for the Split 2 action. Myself and Brett Fisher in the booth for that one. Going to be an absolute cracker of a race. That season and championship is really, really heating up. What else is heating up is the facts of this race. The lack of pit stops for some drivers under the pace car could be detrimental come the end of this race. Jaden Green, Kurt Chapman, David Lawler. The Project 36 cars have not come in under the yellow flag, and if we don't get another caution, they will be forced to pit under green flag conditions. They're trying to run 3 abreast down towards the start finish line. Green flag flies at Watkins Glen once again. 18 to go. Can see already as there's been a moment in the background there. I think that might have been Daniel Harding who was involved. Chop Tomlin has made the moves early here off the start of this race as Lawler has blown up the bus stop chicane, as is the Nissan R34 GTR entry of Johnny McRow. Tomlin on those fresh tyres. He pitted on lap 10. Remember, he's on much fresher rubber than those Project 36 car. Took advantage of it and got it up past both of them by the exit of turn 4, and now looks to chase down the race leader, Jaden Green. 3 seconds is the current advantage of the race leader. He will need to pit in this race if he hopes to have a hope in hell of getting this race win, as I don't think he's able to save enough fuel, as De Vries is even coming round now, as Lawler's having to commit to the pit stop, so they realise the mistake they've made. They've had to come into pits. So Lawler's in. Watch for Green and Chapman to come in shortly as well. Green may try and go long just to build up any gap that he possibly can. De Vries on the podium at this stage. Chapman is hot on his heels, but remembering that Kurt will need a pit stop. Good comeback at this stage from the Super Cheap Auto entry of Jeff Ferguson here. Gravy Taskin's had a moment, but he's kept it running. But that car's got heavy, heavy damage down at turn 1. Hopefully he can keep that thing going as the Volvo of Jack Anderson just comes through. Oh my God, barely avoiding the Hooters entry there of Gravy Taskin. Somehow he survived. Yellow flag is thrown, I think, for Gravy being off the road again. That car's got heavy, heavy damage. So the yellow flag is thrown here. If you're Green or Chapman, you've got to pit when the pit lights turn green. Can't come in straight away. You're going to have to wait until the train is caught and until everyone else makes their way through. Wow, wowee. Pressure that is on these drivers right now at a pure maximum at this stage, I think we can agree. Let's have a quick chat here to Chop Tomlin. Chop, just quickly, mate, rip a start from you off the restart. Fresh tyres, took advantage. Were you surprised those Project 36 boys didn't come through pit road?
Not really. I knew that it was probably a bit too early to pit for some, but because I had that lap 1 spin with Jordan, I thought might as well get freshies. Hopefully thought I would have had a few more laps under green before the next safety car, but it is what it is. Just, you know, going out there, have some fun, see how I go off this restart. Green's a bit faster than us, so I just did my best to hold on to second, I guess, for tonight.
So do you think now, so if these guys obviously come into pit road when it opens, they're going to be deep in the pack. Do you think that could be detrimental to them still, especially with you up the front? You can hopefully have some clean air and run away from De Vries in behind, or are you hoping they stay out, wear out their tyres, and have to pit onto green later in the race?
Well, depends on their fuel load, because these cars burn fuel, so they'd probably be running a bit low on that. So I reckon they'll come in this time around, top up, and hope for a bit longer run on this next stint.
Oh, we'll see how they go. Your race has been doing quite well in the previous couple laps. Good strategy at the moment. It's in a good spot. Best of luck for the next half of this race.
Cheers, Hamish.
No worries, Manny. Thank you. Well, good to talk to Chop Tomlin there, currently P2 on the road. As we traverse around, we'll see if those Project 36 cars come into pit road. If they don't, it could be a massive detriment to their race. You almost feel they have to pit this time by if they hope to make it not only to the end, but to remain in a competitive position. They're both in. Both of them are in. De Vries is going to follow them. So is Drew Halloran. So a lot of cars coming into pit road now. That's now promoted Jeff Ferguson up to P2. Daniel Harding will go to P3. Anderson to P4. Lawler to P5. So there's a bit of a shuffling of position here. A bit of a shuffling of the order. They're only slightly newer tyres now, though, if those guys take tyres. The problem is for them, they're going to be mid-pack bandits. So Green's going to be mid-pack. Chapman's going to be mid-pack. So will Halloran. So will McRowe. So will De Vries. And we'll see how well these drivers do sitting in this position. Halloran has not taken tyres. He's only taken fuel. That could be a big mistake because of the fact that it might work out okay on an oval scenario, but on a road course, I don't know how beneficial that's going to be for him, but he has taken track position ahead of the previous race leader, Jaden Green, who has taken some tyres on that stop. So we'll see how well himself and Kurt Chapman can do. Same for Ash De Vries, same for Johnny McRowe as well. For Chop Tomlin, though, he will lead the field away once we get this race restarted on the next lap by. We'll take this quick chance to give a shout out to iRacing and get a quick ad break from them. Don't go anywhere. We're back very, very soon with more action from the Glen here in the IRWC Rod Knock Cup.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Good to be back with you for 30 laps of the Glen here for the iRacing World Challenge presents the Rod Knock Cup. I mentioned to you earlier that the calendar was released for Season 3 of the VRS Porsche Cup Series. The sign-ups will be going live in the next few weeks or so for that series as well. It looks to be an absolute belter. Supplementary regulations for next season, 11 rounds, 2 drop rounds. It's the only season where we're going to be running 11 weeks of racing. The season after, we currently plan for 10. We're going to go single file restart here because of the fact that we did not last a full lap since the last pace car. So this is now going to have to try and reset these drivers in their assaults now for the rest of this race. But yeah, VRS Porsche Cup Series looks to be absolutely ultra exciting. There's also a poll happening at the moment within the IRWC Discord to vote on the next premium series to come your way Wednesday nights of next season. When we say premium series, to match the level of the VRS Porsche Cup Series, not the level of the IRWC Rod Knock Cup, which we know is an ultra series. Definitely, this is an ultra series. This is the upper echelon. But we're in the final stage now, single vote stage now, between the 296 Challenge and the GTE series as well. GTE is currently leading it by 16 votes to 8 votes. There are 12 days left. So if you're watching and you're part of the Discord or you're part of the league and you're in the Discord, get the vote in. Vote for whichever one you would prefer on a Wednesday night next season between the two. We have pre-planned at least a calendar for GTE. If we're going to get 296, then that calendar will slightly change. But it looks to be an absolute belter. For GTE's side of things, it's going to be slightly longer form racing, 90 minutes to 2 hours. So they're going to be slightly longer forms. For the 296 challenge, there'll probably be a mixture of different formats for that series. So it's going to be a fun time next season on the Wednesday nights as well. But we're getting ready to go restarted here for 30 laps of the Glen. It'll be 13 laps to go here of the great and wonderful Watkins Glen Raceway here by way of the Rodnock Cup. Chop Tomlin will lead us away in the 212 Chevy SS. Jeff Ferguson for Super Cheap Auto Racing in behind him. Daniel Harding on the podium at this stage for LCR Esports. Green flag flies at Watkins Glen. Who's going to get the jump off the restart? Wait and see. Oh, big moment up through 2, 3 and 4. Massive contact for Daniel Harding. Yellow flag is of course thrown. We saw Jeff Ferguson have a moment. Ash de Vries is the race leader as the yellow is thrown, so he will now get the restart accoutrement, we'll say. But that is massive damage for Daniel Harding and Johnny McRowe. We need to watch this back because this was as intense as ever. So there's contact between Halloran and Harding up the hill. I don't think Halloran had any part to play in that. Harding just lost it up there and then slides back on the road. McRowe nowhere to go and makes front-to-front contact. Gives him a kiss for good measure up there. And that's big damage on that car. That is massive damage on that car. 13 laps to go, though. And we've got pace car number 3 here this evening. I mean, this is starting to really heat up now. This pressure is really starting to stack. De Vrieso's in a good spot. Fresh tyres. Got of the front 5, him and Jaden Green have got the freshest tyres. They both pitted on lap 15 of this race. Tomlin pitted lap 10. Anderson pitted lap 9, Lawler pitted lap 13. Ferguson was on lap 8. Halloran was lap 15, Chapman lap 15, McRowe 15. Harding's currently in there. And Taskin, lap 12 was when his pit stop was. He's only just gone on to lap 16 though. So he's got a little bit of work to do to get back into this one. But when we get green again, it's going to roughly be 10 laps to go. I want to have a quick chat to Jack Anderson, who's currently on the podium at this stage. Spoke to him earlier. I've just dragged him into the green room, so that's wrong. Mr. Anderson, how well your race has now turned around from that initial caution. We've had all of what? A total of a lap of green running since that first caution now.
I think so.
I mean, do the arithmetic. Roughly, that's what it adds up to. And you've gone to from a lap down to P3, so you must be doing something right under caution.
I'm just trying to keep out of trouble and not. I missed out on the opportunity to pit at that point, so
now
I should be fine on fuel by maybe a litre. So.
Ooh. Now, Ashos had what can only be described as the greatest restart of all time. Did he jump that start?
Well, apparently everyone was checking up, which I can confirm some people were checking up a little bit, but at the same time, he does feel bad for it, so I'm not sure if he's going to roll out of it on the straight and give some positions back or not. But it was a phenomenal start. It caught me off guard.
Well, has it given him a flag?
No.
Oh, I'd take it then. That's their fault
Yeah, that's
for lifting.
That's what Chop said. He said there are no rules in ARCA, so just go with what it gives you.
Yeah, he's got the race lead. Just go with it. I mean, it's like, have a race to the end.
I do think you should bring in Shoz since we're 2 to green.
All right.
And have a little interview with him.
All right. That's you know what, let's chat to him together. Let's have a little you know, let's have a little three-way with Shoz here in the booth. Mr. DeVries.
Oh no, here he is.
Oh no, here he is. I've got Jack Oz here too. We're having a little three-way together.
Oh heavens. Go ahead, cross this one off your bingo list, pal.
Are you shooting bricks at the moment, being at the front after that ripper start?
I don't know. Look, let's discuss this. I feel bad. A couple of the boys had a point. I don't know. I passed before the control line, but everyone accelerated in front of me. Then everyone checked up, so I checked up, and then the flags went green, so I just went, nah, see you later, boys. Like, you snooze, you lose. But I feel guilty. I might ask Jack to send me to the back. I don't think that's racing.
What I will say to you is, because of the oval rules with the pace car restart, once the green flag is flown, it's anyone's game, and it's anyone's overtake. So
I don't feel so bad anymore, Hamo. Thank you.
And you didn't get an iRacing black flag because you did not jump the green flag being flown. So there's actually no control line. It's whenever they determine, how they base the jump starts off the restarts is if you jump and you go before the green flag's flown, that's when you get a penalty. You haven't done that. You've just picked it somehow to pure perfection. Maybe it's the creatine that's in your system, I don't know. But you've absolutely big shots them to the front of the field. So I would take it where it comes, and I'd defend this for your life. You've got 10 laps to survive. See if you can win it.
Well, guess what? If I have your permission, then I'm going to absolutely park the bus and get the dogs.
Oh, you've got all my permission. You pulled off this restart of the century. Just do it again and you'll be laughing.
Hey, I'm gonna take a screenshot of that and get it framed because that was beautiful.
Mate, it was. I thought you jumped, I'll be honest with you, and then apparently you haven't because you didn't get a penalty. So, fair play to you. Do it for the basic white girls on Tinder out there, and do it for the Monster Ultra fucking Zero fans as well.
Let's go, boy. Hold me down. I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking.
I'd also like to point out, Shoz, you have this wonderful title next to your name now, and you can boast about this to the boys. You're the only person that's now ever made me swear on my own channel, so congratulations.
I did hear that, and I'm just like, oh, naughty corner, naughty corner.
You know
Swear jar.
It's a Friday, and it's 5 to 9, and it's my channel, so.
That's it. Let's go.
Fine.
Park the bus.
Get the dogs. All right, Shoz. Best of luck on the restart.
Thanks, champ.
Cheers, mate. little cheeky one. We have been having some ad breaks here tonight, so we've got another one. Just very, very quickly. It is a very, very quick one, I do promise you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back just after this short message.
I'm Ricky Bobby. If you don't chew Big Red, then you.
All right, nice little message there for Big Red Gum. So, yeah, I'm not going to reiterate what he said, but we're going to get ready to go racing once again for 30 laps of the Glen here this evening. It'll be 9 laps to go when we go green flag running here out at the IRWC Rod Knock Cup this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Do apologise for my language as well. Did not mean to let that slip. Ash just has... He has a way that just somehow piques you to do it. So I do apologise for that one. But we're going to get ready to go racing once again here at Watkins Glen. The 30 laps of the Glen. It's been a spectacular race. The last 10 laps or so has been run under caution. Hopefully we get some good green flag running now, though, right to the end. The white monster machine will lead us away from the front of the field. The 292 Chevy SS to the 212 Chevy SS to the 39 Volvo S60. Let's see who gets the jump down towards turn number 1 here. 9 laps to go at the Glen. And who is going to get the benefits?
Flags in the air. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
So it's a solid start from the front runners through turn 1. DeVries has done well off this restart. Tomlin's under pressure from Anderson in behind. Here comes Jaden Green as well. McRose had damage up the front or further round. But this battle is getting intense between these drivers off this restart. De Vries has run away at the front of the field, and Anderson looks for a move down the inside up towards the bus stop. Has he remembered his Mikey this time by? He has indeed. Tucks it right ahead of Tomlin, but can Chop come back at him? He tries for the inside at the loop at turn 5. Bit of door-to-door action. Green may want to get out of there, or he may just want to try and give one of them a bump draft just to sneak his way through. If he can, they run it way wide at turn 5 and turn 6. And out down towards the last couple of corners here of the Glen. If this blows up in our face, though, it could hurt some of them in behind. De Vries has done really well for the restart. Anderson, Chapman Anderson and that was Chop have gone round at the second to last corner. Simultaneous spins between them. Both cars off the road. Heavy damage as well. Yellow flag is thrown. De Vries remains in the lead of this race. Green is now up into P2. So this is going to be a feisty end to this one. We're going to get a couple more laps of yellow flag running. But man, oh man, what a massive moment between Anderson and Tomlin. Let's have a look at this down at turn 6. So Tomlin makes the contact with the rear of Green's car. That then collides with the rear of the Volvo, putting it into the wall. You have to put the onus completely there on Chop. Unfortunately for him, and I mean that with the greatest of respects, because he has just undoubtedly drilled the back of Jaden Green, and it's put him straight into the side of Anderson. Let's watch this through on board with Chop. There you see, direct responsibility. Oh, Molly. This is getting intense. So the beauty of this is, though, for Gravy Taskin, he's getting laps back the more cautions we get. So he's about to get waved around and go on to his 22nd lap of the race. He'll then only be 1 lap behind. So he just needs one more caution. He's back into this thing. We are looking forward to the next part of this race for sure. This is looking like an intense finish as ever for the IRWC Rod Knock Cup here this evening. Caution Fest, I think, is an understatement for this race here tonight. Big shout out to our series sponsors and our league sponsors. VRS Virtual Racing School came on board last season. 2 supporters. Kurt Chapman comes into pit lane for a fresh set of tyres. Halloran. Oh my God, Kurt Chapman has absolutely baited Drew Halloran, Chop, Tomlin, and Jack in, although those 2 probably needed to come in, but Halloran's been maybe baited to come in. And that pit entry was closed as well. So that there is a big no-no. But no, massive shout out to VRS who came on board last season as the series sponsors for the Porsche Cup Series. Direct links to those guys are in the video description, as well to SPP Graphics. If you want to get your dirt bike looking as sexy as possible before you cover it in mud or scratch it on the tree or on the ground, shoot them a message over on Facebook. They'll get you looking as smart as ever out on the trails. Give us a like and subscribe, and click the bell icon as well here if you want to support us at Infinity Broadcasting as well. We so appreciate the support from everyone who watches along with us. And then also to Black Art Designs as well. If you want to look as sexy as possible out on the sim racing track before you inevitably put it into a wall, send me a message, Hamish Munro, over on Discord, and we'll get you guys sorted for that one. Any inquiries you have for Black Art Designs or Infinity Broadcasting, send me a message. We'll get you sorted which way, whether it's getting your race series broadcasted or getting your race team looking as sexy as possible and how they're dressed on the road as well. But it's been a great race tonight thus far. Had a lot of fun here at the Glen. Does help that I don't have COVID this week. Does help. That does help a little bit. Texas last week, that was a real struggle with COVID. That was a real struggle last week. It was an astounding race. An astounding race. No doubt about it. But it was a struggle within the comms booth, I'll be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to have 5 laps to go when we go green here out at the Glen. The sun is setting, and these cars are going to become more and more non-visible around this track the further that this race goes on. They're being led by the pace car and its headlights at the moment. Of course, these cars don't have headlights. So the sunset on this race is real. The sunset in the sky is real. I wonder who is going to be the benefactor of the sunset scenario here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Have to wait and see. They'll get set up though to go green flag running once again the next time by. They'll line up in their line astern. It'll be 6 laps to go when they resituate. It'll be 5 laps to go when we get the green flag. Been a mammoth race thus far. Absolutely spectacular. I've been absolutely loving it, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm so looking forward to next week, because next week we're going to be in for another absolute belter as well. We go racing out at Michigan Speedway for round 5, 69 laps, nice, of Michigan. Next week, that ends out the first half of the season. Before we get into August the week after. The next 5 rounds after that, all taking part in August. Round 6, 200 laps of Langley. Round 7, 50 laps of Dega. Round 8, the Cactus 85 of Phoenix. Round 9, 80 laps of Atlanta. And round 10, 50 laps of Daytona to end us out on the 29th of August as well. So it's going to be a mega achievement to be able to push our way forward throughout the rest of this season. As I said, final race for July next week. Next Friday night, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, right here on Infinity Broadcasting, 69 nice laps of Michigan. It is going to be a fantastic time on the road. We are so looking forward to. Safety car restart, though, is about to get underway. Ashton Reed's going to have control of the field once again. He wants to go for this win, but he's going to have the Project 36 cars hounding the back of him off this restart. Not the first time. He's used to having 3 people coming at him from behind. But for this time, he is cleaned and prepared for this scenario, and he can just push on towards the checker flag of this race. It'll be a whirlwind moment if De Vries could win this. He'd be up 8 positions here tonight. For Green, well, he started on pole. He had the pace of the race. If he gets past De Vries, it looks to be untouchable for anyone else in the field. So this is going to be a tough task now. Pace cars in. Sun is setting here in New York State for Watkins Glen. And the green flag flies here. It's 5 laps to go with the Glen for the Rod Knock Cup. As we head through the bus stop off this restart, it's a horrid run through there for Ash De Vries. Jaden Green is hot on his heels right now as they run round turn 5 and down towards turn 6. There's the 25 car. He wants the inside of the next corner, but De Vries is going to try and defend this as hard as possible if he can. As they run through turn 6, we're off the back of the white Monster entry. The Monster Zero Ultra car of Ash De Vries gets it a bit loose off the final corner. Jaden Green, has he got the run down towards turn 1? Side-by-side action. In towards 1 they go. Jaden Green up the inside takes the race lead from Ash De Vries. Has he got anything left in the locker to come back at him? I don't know if he has. As Chapman's also gotten past. So inevitably after, what was it, 4 or 5 cautions, with around about a lap and a half of green flag running, Project 36 went from the front of the field to the front of the field. So nothing really changed after all that. We can see as well, though, further back, Jack Anderson in the Volvo entry under pressure here from Jeff Ferguson on board that Super Jeep Auto car. He is really starting to apply the pressure now. There he is on board, and he's Sunday best once again. Good old Jeff. doing the business here tonight. Trying to put pressure on board that car ahead of him. Although that's a car going slow. That's David Lawler. So Lawler drops position there. Outside of the top 5, both these cars drop in. Lawler is struggling. So could it be an issue with those Project 36 Mustangs, or is it a self-inflicted injury on to David Lawler? Only time will tell. Jeff Ferguson, though, has now gotten past Jack Anderson. Lawler's just gone round in the background, so that car is really hurting. That car is in some sort of pain. I'm not sure what, but we've got 3 to go here at the Glen. We've got about a 10th of the race left. As we run it through the bus stop chicane one more time, it is Jaden Green, Kurt Chapman, Ash DeVries, your top 3 at this stage. Jeff Ferguson, Jack Anderson, the top 5. Chop Tomlin, Daniel Harding, Drew Halloran, David Lawler, Johnny McRoe. Top 10, Gravy Taskin back in pit road once again. So it's been a tough night at the office for Gravy here on his first road course event of the season. This battle, though, is really starting to heat up between Jeff, Jack and Chop. Who could possibly get the benefits of this race? Big points on offer, of course. Chop, the leader of the championship. Well, he's giving up a couple of points here tonight to Anderson, giving up some points as well to Ferguson and co. There's still work to be done. The podium's still on offer for all 3 of them, because Ash DeVries is dropping a little bit of pace here in the White Monster Chevy SS. As he runs it out onto the back straight. 2 laps to go, though. Jaden Green leading the way. Fastest lap of the race for him. 1 minute 10 seconds, 0.45. It is a wicked lap time from him as Anderson has sent it up the inside of Ferguson down into the bus stop chicane. Jumped up him as Tomlin and Ferguson make contact. Ferguson hard into the wall in the Super Cheap Auto entry. Hard in he goes in the 21 Toyota Camry. And that there is heartbreak for Ferguson here tonight. That car is crabbing like all hell. He might need some different sponsorship tonight. Maybe some butter or some garlic. Because he is Mr. Drifter at this stage. That's actually a very cool shot. White flag, though, here at the Glen. Final lap, 30th of 30. Here as Jaden Green leads us round. And he runs us up the hill for the last time in this race. So it's been a chaos-filled event here tonight at Watkins Glen. A chaos-filled event on the road. And one that has offered up many, many challenges to these drivers. A long pace car period, extended or just really cut into the sunlight that we had to make this race now end under sundown scenario, where the sky has gotten dark, the clouds have gotten covered, and the race has been encased in twilight darkness at this stage. Pure dominance from this guy, though, Jaden Green. He showed up tonight, late entry. Got some wicked pace on board that Mustang, and he will look to get home for his very first race win of the season. Around the final corner he comes, though. Jaden Green, 1 in 1, 1 and done. Race winner in the 30 laps of the Glen here this evening. Kurt Chapman, P2. Ash DeVries finishes out on the podium ahead of Jack Anderson, Chop Tomlin in your top 5. Drew Halloran, the resident American, home in P6 ahead of David Lawler. Daniel Harding, Johnny McRoe for Nissan R34 GTR, Brian O'Connor, Family Motorsports, and Jeff Ferguson crabbing and drifting that car home in P10 to Gravy Taskin in P11 at this stage. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a fantastic race once again, but it was Jaden Green that took home the chocolates in the end. In a phenomenal effort out here at Watkins Glen, it must be said. Top level drive. A top level drive from that man right there. Absolutely dominated from the get-go. Absolutely dominated. And a fantastic effort, it must be said. Just solid performance from him. And one that I think he can definitely be proud of. We'll just quickly go here. just to speed things up a little bit for us. Let's have a quick look, though, at the provisional race results here this evening. This is how they ended up. Jaden Green takes the win to Kurt Chapman, Ash DeVries, Jack Anderson, Chop Tomlin, Drew Halloran, David Lawler, Daniel Harding, Johnny McRoad, Jiff Ferguson, and Gravy Taskin at the back end of the field. It was a fantastic race, though, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think anyone's coming over chat to us here this evening, which is fair enough. Not everyone does in the end. Appreciate everybody's time. Appreciate everybody being here with us once again, though. It's been a massive night of racing. We so look forward to next week out at Michigan for the 69 nice laps of Michigan next week. It's going to be a fantastic time. I've been Hamish Munro, though. This has been Infinity Broadcasting and the IRWC Rod Knock Cup. Appreciate you all being here with us once again. But until next time, be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe, the bell icon as well, so you're notified whenever we go racing here on the IRWC channel. Next up on your docket, we go racing out at Portland International Raceway for round 4 of the Racecraft Simulations V8 Supercars series for season 24. We have got Ash DeVries to have a quick chat to us, so we'll have a quick chat to him before we sign off here tonight. Mr. DeVries, P3 in the end in the White Monster entry, but you won all our hearts. I think we can wholeheartedly agree. Congratulations on that. Just didn't quite have the pace in the end to match Jaden, but a podium in the end is a pretty solid result, man. Up 6 spots and a great effort.
Let's be honest, Hamish. Considering I got on the sim at about 7:45 p.m. this evening, never driven this track in this car. P3 is pretty good.
Right, P3 is pretty good. Now, since you are on the podium, and we can ask about this.
Oh, heavens.
Well, number one, surely you owe everybody a shoey.
Let's bank that one till August. I'm doing July.
Very good, very good. And then question 2, tell us about the hometown of Tinder and how that affects you as a driver.
It affects me because my thumbs are getting quite sore from all the swiping, so I just don't have that grip strength that I usually do, and I'm always tired and worn out in the hometown of Tinder, mate. You know what it's like. But that didn't deter me from getting a good result today. So yeah, let's move forward and keep doing it.
Now you've done it for the white gym girls of the world by winning it for Monster Ultra Zero here this evening. Did you at least get home in P3 with an upper decker in?
I did, actually. I've currently got one sitting in, a Ruby Berry Velo. Thank you very much. That's the flavour of choice today. Pairs very well with the White Monster, let me say. But I'll just want to let you know that I will be getting a photo of me leading into turn 1, and I will be framing it.
Very good. Wonderful. Would you like me to go back to it at some point with the overlays on to have your driver name with car number and hometown Tinder ahead of the photo?
Hamish, that would be fantastic.
Wonderful. I will do just that for you.
I will personally sign a copy and someone can win it.
It can go to the winner of the series.
Yep.
Okay.
For a P3 in Watkins from Ash DeVries. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Someone can frame that very proudly in their sim room and everyone be like, what the F?
I hope Jack wins now just to win that. It'd be too fantastic. But Ashos, great job. Congratulations on your P3. Best of luck next week for the 69 nice laps of Michigan. We'll see you then, hopefully.
I appreciate you, mate. Appreciate you.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, he's an absolute character. He is an absolute character. Next up, though, we've got Jaden Green and Kurt Chapman of Project 36. Have a quick chat to both of them together. Jaden Green and Kurt, congratulations, boys. P12 for Project 36 tonight. Cracking effort from both you boys. Jaden, where in the hell did you have that sort of pace in that car, man? Because you showed up as a late entry and you big-dicked everyone. What the hell?
This is my type of car, if you can't tell. I've always done really well in the fixed sets with these big V8s, hate pattern that don't like turning or stopping. So I've done well in a few other leagues like this, and the boys said that it was Watkins, so I was like, oh yeah, I'll come do a lap. I bought the car after I sent in my entry and did a practice lap straight after, as soon as I got in. So just something I'm used to, I guess.
Bit of real left, real fast coming up for the rest of the season. Obviously, your schedule doesn't really permit to race every single week, but will we see you on track again this season?
Since I signed up, then more than likely, especially if there's another road course. I haven't even looked at the calendar. I just heard it was Watkins tonight.
There is not another road course. You've signed up for the one and only road course of the season.
Oh, well.
We are planning for 2 next season, of being possibly Chicago and Sonoma, but that is yet to be confirmed. But yeah, I mean, there's some great oval racing on offer for the rest of the season as well. Both to you, Jaden, and to Kurt, you guys didn't come in under that first pace car. Was that a mistake, or was that a choice of just see if there's another one and you just sneak in a bit later and get some tyres?
Next question. I don't know if it was a mistake or not.
Well, I claim mistake because Kurt is the master of pit stop mistakes and not coming in under tyres under caution. It cost him a race win at Martinsville.
Hit him below the belt with that one.
So, Kurt, have you learnt from that mistake, or was this one another notch on the belt?
I listened to someone else's call on this one.
Okay, whose call was
someone
that?
else? Someone else might have been me.
Well, I suppose it didn't really matter in the end, because you still finished P1, P2. But
we had good pace, luckily.
Probably helped by the fact that it was a good 20 minutes of pace car. So
yeah, I don't know if the safety cars helped us or not, to be honest. They hurt quite a bit, especially that first one. And then the second one coming straight after, I was going to run the tank dry, but that completely ruined that idea because I was going to try to bridge a gap to pit. So then we just bit the bullet in the end. Dave was lucky; he pit just straight on that restart, which is what I was originally planning for, but instinct said otherwise.
Now, he caught some damage, or it looked like he caught some damage late towards the end of that race. I would assume you boys were in Discord with him. What happened to that car? Because I saw him going slow, and then he made the mistake of turn 1 and spun it round. Was he carrying any damage on that car, or?
I don't know if it was damaged. I know he looped it, so he got sideways and just spaghetti under, which is unfortunate because we were sitting in a good position.
More than anything.
Yes, yeah, probably, but it sucks because he was high up in the position with us, right behind us at the restart.
Well, it's
It looks like he got a tag at the bus stop there.
Oh, okay. Well, you both ran a very good race, and you both have done a very good job of making Brendan Griffiths proud. I was quite sad he wasn't in the chat tonight, so need to whip him into shape, get him in the chat next week with me. But no, you boys have had a great job tonight, in a phenomenal effort once again. Let us know, though, anyone you boys want to give a shout-out to, anyone who may be watching, any friends or family, whoever it may be, and for myself and the rest of the league, congratulations not only to you, Jaden, on your maiden win, but your P12 finish here tonight, boys, for Project 36 out at Watkins Glen for the 30 laps of the Glen here this evening.
Yeah, cheers, Hamish. Thank Simrigs, CC Forge, Shockworks, and Cataclysm Computers, all of our sponsors that keep us running.
Very good, boys. Best of luck next week, or when you're next on track with us here in the IRWC. 69 nice laps of Michigan to come up next week, so hopefully we see you on track, Kurt, and hopefully if your schedule permits, Jaden, we see you on track as well. If not, we look forward to seeing you whenever you're back out there with us once again.
I'll make an effort to try rock up since I paid the subscription, so
very good.
Hopefully see you on track soon.
No worries. Thanks, boys. Best of luck, and yeah, congratulations for tonight.
No worries. Cheers, Hamish.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will bring an end to our racing event here tonight. I know I kind of gave the spiel earlier of when we were rounding up, but no, it's been a fantastic night on the road once again for the IRWC Rod Knock Cup. It's been absolutely spectacular all season. I said round 5 next week, 69 nice laps of Michigan. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal action coming our way right here on the channel. So be sure to hit the follow button if you're watching over on Twitch. Hit the like button and subscribe, the bell icon as well if you're watching over on YouTube, so you're notified whenever we go racing. It helps support us and helps support the series that we broadcast here as well. As I mentioned, next on the docket on the channel is the Race Car Simulations V8 Veterans action for Season 24, Round 4 out at Portland International Raceway. For the Split 2 action of that field, myself and Brett Fisher in the booth for that one. Going to be an absolute cracker. once again, that season is starting to build up into an all-timer for the V8 veterans. It's not going to be one that you want to miss. But I've been Hamish Munro, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the IRWC Rod Knock Cup. Massive shout out to all the series sponsors, VRS, Infinity Broadcasting, SPP Graphics, and Black Art Designs. We'll see you guys next week for 69 nice laps of Michigan. But until then, stay safe, drive hard, and as always, bye for now.
Low side, gunning for a goal. 3 wide deep, heart ice cold. I roll smoke like a tire on fire. Fuel in the blood, born to go higher. Check left, push right, walls close in. Every move tight, plan for the win. Left turn king with the heat train time. When the lights go green, we light the sky. Let's light it up.